Okay, this is Guy Eagle with the Renewable Wisdom Trails Library, Cosmology. Um, we're entering into part one of the teaching that we call the 9 functions. That's just our pet name for it to help us remember what it's about. Now, this has been written about in a document that we haven't quite finished yet called the Trail of Principles, and so it's important for us to get this out there. So essentially what it is that we have 9 different functions that our body carries. Some people call them personalities, some people call them skill sets, some people call them by a lot of different names. But they're just basically function of our physical body that we're born with. So we're going to put this on a wheel. We call it a medicine wheel, you call it a circle, some people call it a hoop. But I'd ask you to just draw a circle. And if you're looking at it like a map, in the right-hand side, over here, or over here, depending which way you're looking at me, will be the title Scout. And it deals with 11 and 1 of our numerical system. And so it's connected to any 11 and 1 anywhere in the whole library. We call it a Scout. This is the function of our body to be able to cast our awareness different places. It is a scouting action, both metaphysically and physically. Now, there's some alternative medicine people that talk about it as astral travel, and they really get a little bit too far out there on their definitions. That creates kind of a different identity. But this is natural. I have the ability to sit here and looking into the camera lens, and I can cast an attention, let's call it that. I can cast an attention over to that tree off in the distance and scout what's going on there while I'm talking here. Or I can be watching the clouds come in up there, and I can be scouting that all the time with that attention while I'm looking at the camera. It's a natural function that we have. How does it work? It works through the electromagnetic sensors that are inside of our energy field. Some people call it aura, some it's an energy field inside of our body. Or the little prickly hairs on our body are always scouting for things happening, picking up on little sensations like a change in the temperature or a change in the humidity. We're always scouting with these other attentions. And so part of the purpose of having this in our body of knowledge is you can develop those skills or develop those functions as a skill by really just paying attention to it. So the 11 and 1 is about scouting. It goes in the east of the medicine wheel, which if you look up the foundations for it, it'll have a relationship to the sun and stars, about illuminating our world, about the world of color. Illuminating the world, I like that because it illuminates where our attentions are going. But there's other numbers that it correlates to as well. In the Trail of Principles, it has to do with inclusiveness. It has to do with scouting for being inclusive of everything that's going on around us as part of our experience. Oh, as ever, might be something to it. Go check it out. Oh.